In today's video, I'm going to do my 2021 MLB Power Rankings post-trade deadline edition, and that's what I'm going to do in today's video. But before we get into this video, 92% of you that watch these videos are not subscribed, so go ahead and get your life together and hit that subscribe button, turn notifications, and leave a like. So for this Power Rankings, we're still going to do the 30 teams Power Rankings, but I'm going to try to make it quicker, not as boring, because I felt like I was talking about the teams that are just not good like too long. So let's go ahead and get into this video. I'm going to start off one. Best team in baseball is the Giants. I think until they give up the lead in the division, they're the best team in baseball. This Giants team has Bryant now in that lineup, which helps a lot. Not to mention the great starting pitching with Kevin Gausman, Anthony DeSclafani, Alex Wood, all those good starters that they have. This Giants team is simply the best in baseball right now, in my opinion. I think that they're the best team in baseball. Simply, they're currently 71-41. It's 4 games up on the Dodgers. Until they give up this lead, they're the best team in baseball. Pretty simple to me. Let's go ahead and go to the second best team in baseball, Houston Astros. The Astros are a team that's a legitimate contender. Yes, people hate to hear that they're a legitimate contender after they use trash cans. This team didn't need trash cans in 2017 to compete. This team's a very good team with great hitting with Yordan Alvarez, who's one of the most underrated hitters in baseball. He needs some shine because Yordan Alvarez is one of the better hitters in baseball and does not get talked about at all. Jose Altuve is really good as well. Carlos Correa. They've got a lot of really, really good hitters on this team. Even Michael Brantley doesn't get a lot of talk either. Yuli Gurriel, they have a great starting rotation with Garcia, Valdez, and McCullers Jr., Greinke. And the bullpen is improved as well with Yimi Garcia and Kendall Graveman. And this Astros team, as much as people hate to hear it, legitimate contender. At number 3 on the power rankings, we have the LA Dodgers. The Dodgers are a very good team, and I feel like the Giants and Dodgers are kind of the top teams in baseball right now. But the Dodgers have to claim first place before they're the best team in baseball. When they claim first place, they're number 1 in my power rankings. Simple. But this team cannot be number 1 in my power rankings just yet, considering that they've played good baseball. 67-45. That is in most divisions a lead. Like in probably any other division in baseball, that would be leading the division. But it's not. And until the Giants give up that lead, which I don't frankly think is going to happen anytime soon, then the Dodgers are here at number 3. They're still a very good team, though. The Dodgers are even more of a legitimate contender come postseason time. And Cody Bellinger can't get any worse. At number 4, Tampa Bay Rays. This Rays team continues to find a way to just be really, really good, even without Tyler Glass now. This team is 8-2 in their last 10 and 68-44, starting to build a lead in that AL East. They're 68-44, 4-game lead in the AL East. This team has a very good lineup. Nelson Cruz, that acquisition has been very good. Not to mention the bullpen arms that they're going to have coming back. They've got like 15 players on the injured list. Their starting pitching is good as well with McClanahan, Yarbrough, Patino, those guys. This Rays team, I expect them to win the division again. At number 5, the Milwaukee Brewers. The Brewers are a dangerous team, and they need Christian Yelich to come back and really be like he's been. They lost 2 to the Giants, and they lost series to the Giants, but they're still a 5-game lead in the NL Central. They're just about a lock to win the NL Central. I would be shocked if they do not win the NL Central. As good as the Reds are, I still see them winning the NL Central. This Brewers team is really dangerous with that top 3 of Peralta, Burns, and Woodruff, and Williams, Hader, and Suter in the back end of that bullpen. They just need Christian Yelich to be Christian Yelich, and this team is scary. I could see them making the World Series. 6, Chicago White Sox. The White Sox are hitting the cover off the ball since Eloy and Luis Rivera came back. The last 2 games, and I'm filming this on Monday, August 9th, by the way. So all of the records and stuff is per Monday, August 9th. But this team, the last 2 days, has been hot. Eloy's been on a tear. Luis Robert is just activated from the injured list today. This White Sox team is only getting better, and they are really, really good with a very big lead in that division. 10.5-game lead. 66 and 46. Yeah, this team is really, really good. Let's go ahead and go to number 7, Oakland Athletics. This Athletics team is underrated. The acquisition of Starling Marte is really helping them. They're 64 and 48 right now, only 2 games back of the Astros. This is a team that I would not want to face in the playoffs. With that good bullpen that they have, you could have Chris Bassett in a wild card game or whoever. They've got good starting pitching as well, and the hitting is only getting better. Yes, Laureano being suspended for 80 games hurts their team a lot, but Starling Marte is a great acquisition so far. Let's go to number 8, the Boston Red Sox. They have not been playing good baseball recently. They're 4 games back now. The Yankees and Blue Jays are knocking on the door right now, ready to claim second place, either of them. And the Red Sox are not playing good baseball. I think they're already regretting their trade deadline, not getting any pitching. And this team is just not playing good baseball at all. And I don't think that it's totally a fluke. I think that their hitting's great. And I know that their hitting's great for that matter. And I know that their bullpen's decent. But the starting pitching is just not it. Let's go ahead and head to number 9, San Diego Padres. The Padres, I didn't know totally where to put them, but I'm going to put them here. This Padres team maybe is going to be getting Fernando Tatis back soon. They're in 3rd place right now with a 64 and 49 record. Tatis maybe is going to be playing the outfield, which is going to be interesting. But this team has got to be better. Obviously, you could get healthier. Snell's not been up to par this year to where he's been the last couple of years. And that's hurting their team a lot right there. A big acquisition like him just has not been good, simple enough. And for this Padres team, they need to be playing better baseball than they are. 10, Philadelphia Phillies, they get a big jump. They have been playing great baseball. 8-game winning streak for this team. 2-game lead now in the NL East, 59 and 53. You don't want to face this team right now. You really don't want to face this team. They have a bit of a tough stretch coming up. I think they have to play the Dodgers and the Giants coming up. So that ought to be interesting for them. But the Phillies are playing great baseball. The addition of Kyle Gibson's already panning out, and Ian Kennedy. And Ranger Suarez moving to the bullpen is not a good move. Like, you need to move him back to the bullpen. He's lights out in the bullpen this year. And this starting pitching is a lot better now. And the bullpen still is a little up and down. But Alvarado and Bradley, one of them could close the game, I would think. 11, Yankees. The Yankees are playing a lot better baseball as of recent as well. They're in 3rd place right now with a 61 and 50 record. They're knocking on the door for 2nd place right now. The Red Sox are playing bad baseball. And the Yankees are playing really good baseball. It hurts that Rizzo's tested positive. But this team still is playing really good baseball as of right now. And they need Joey Gallo to play a little better, obviously. But they've got a lot of people on the injured list as well. 12, Cincinnati Reds. The Reds are another team that has been playing great baseball. This team just continues to play good baseball with the good starting pitching that they have, not a good bullpen, and the great hitting that they have with Winker, Castellanos, and more. And, so a lot of people are talking about the NL MVP. Why don't we start talking about Castellanos or Winker? Because some of these guys deserve to be in those talks. 13, Toronto Blue Jays. When we talk about hitting, we talk about the Toronto Blue Jays. This team has great, phenomenal hitting with Vladimir Guerrero, Bo Bichette, Teoscar Hernandez, George Springer, who's been great when he's actually played this year. This team has an absolute stacked lineup, and the starting pitching is getting a lot better as well. This team is playing great since going back to Toronto, and maybe just moving back to Toronto is all they need. I'd love to see the Blue Jays in the playoff. They're a fun, exciting, young team, and I think that it would be great for them to be in the playoffs. 14, my Braves. The Braves are playing good baseball as of recently. But that is versus the Nationals. They're 57 and 55 right now in 2nd place. Yes, the Mets are in 3rd place. The Braves, though, have been playing a lot better baseball recently. Jorge Soler's looking like the biggest steal of the deadline so far. Peterson's been good as well. Duvall. There's been a lot of guys for this Braves team, and the acquisitions at the deadline are helping out a lot already paying dividends. And for this Braves team playing a lot better baseball, I think that this NL East is really going to start to pick it up. And, yeah, Let's go ahead and head to number 15, Seattle Mariners, right in the middle. This Mariners team, I didn't believe in them when they were going on a big streak like they were. I didn't see them as a realistic contender. They're a third place, fourth place team, 59 and 54 right now. Yes, they're above 500, but this Mariners team is not as good as they played. They're not. It's simple. And I'm sorry, Mariners fans, but this is not the time. You've got Kelenic, you've got Rodriguez, you've got Gilbert, like all those guys. Gilbert's already in the major leagues, and so is Kelenic. But Kellenic's not been good, and for this team, they're not a legitimate contender right now. In 2 years, though, they're a legitimate contender. Let's go ahead and head to number 16, the Mets. Oh boy, are the Mets playing bad baseball right now. Javier Baez not doing any good on the what's probably going to be injured list. This team is really, really bad injured, and this starting pitching has got to be better without Jacob deGrom. Like, you can't rely on Jacob deGrom that much. Yes, he's only pitching every 5 days, but you can't rely this much on Jacob deGrom. And this Mets team must play better baseball. They're in third place right now, and it's got to be better. If you're a Mets fan, you have to not be happy about how this team's playing. They're playing terrible on the road, too. 12 games under 500 on the road. They've got to play better on the road. Just got swept by the Phillies. And Pete Alonso's telling fans to be happy. Stop. You're not happy when you're losing. Do you think I was a very happy Braves fan when we were under 500 the whole year until a little bit ago? No. Stop. Mets fans should not be happy right now. 17, Los Angeles Angels. The Angels suck, but they're somehow at number 17. This Angels team, I think it's only going to get better with the addition of Shohei or Mike Trout coming back and Shohei Ohtani, how good he's been. But this team's average at best. The starting pitching sucks. The relief pitching is bad as well. I don't know why you would feel good about this Angels team. They suck. Besides Ohtani and Trout and Fletcher and Walsh. They've got some really good hitting, but no pitching. Like we always say with them. 18, Detroit Tigers. The Tigers need some respect because AJ Hinch, as much as we hate him, has came around and turned this team around. I think they're the second best team in the American League Central. They're 54 and 60 right now. They're not that far below 500. This team is playing really good baseball recently. And yes, they're not playing great on the road with 13 games under 500 on the road. But still, you should be happy if you're a Tigers fan. They've been really good this year. And nobody's really talking about it. 19, Cleveland baseball team. Cleveland Guardians, whichever you want to call them. This team, the starting pitching is what they always pride themselves in, and it's not been good this year because they haven't had Shane Bieber or Aaron Savali for most of the year, not to mention the hitting's terrible. They continue to sell every year. If you're Jose Ramirez, I don't know why you would want to be there in a team that just continues to sell and never is going to make a World Series. They're a little bit above average at best. The only reason they're in second place is because they're playing in a weak AL Central. Let's go ahead and head to number 20, St. Louis Cardinals. This team had a bad trade deadline, and this team you shouldn't feel good about the Cardinals right now. I personally think Nolan Arenado should opt out of that contract. I think he should. I think opting out of that contract would be smart considering how bad they've been. And the trade deadline was not anything good at all. Like, you shouldn't even be happy about the trade deadline. The Cardinals are bad this year. Yes, they're going to be getting Flaherty, Michaelis back. They're not a team that's going to make the playoffs. 21, I'm going to go with the Miami Marlins. I think that the Marlins are a better team than their record says. And I'm not being a big, Marlins fan here or anything because I'm not a Marlins fan, for one. And for two, they're not that great of a team hitting-wise, but this team's pitching is good, and pitching is going to help them out a lot. 22 is the Kansas City Royals. The Royals are just a team up and down. They need to head towards the future because having a team of Whit Merrifield and Hunter Dozier and those guys, Adalberto Mondesi, are just not getting it done. Trade them. Can't believe that they didn't do anything at the deadline. 23 is the Washington Nationals. Nothing to talk about here. They suck. Juan Soto is the only good thing about this team. Besides that, nothing to be excited about for the Nationals except the future, which is getting better. And their farm system is getting better. It's not dead last in baseball, obviously now. It's a little bit better. 24 Chicago Cubs, another team that had a big fire sale at the deadline, trading Baez, Bryant, Rizzo. This team is nowhere near competing, and their prospects are far away, or some are, like Canario, and a lot of the guys that have gotten that trade are far away. But they've got some guys coming up that are going to be exciting, like Braylon Marquez and Miguel Amaya. At 25, Minnesota Twins, they got some good prospects back in a haul for Jose Barrios, getting Simeon Woods Richardson and Austin Martin back. This Minnesota Twins team is not good this year. I expect them to be back possibly in 2022 or 2023 in second place in that AL Central because they're not beating the White Sox, frankly. 26, Colorado Rockies, they didn't do anything at the deadline. This Rockies team's horrible. Yes, CJ Cron won NL Player of the Week. They should have traded him, honestly. Enough about the Rockies. 27, Pittsburgh Pirates. They're just as bad. Steven Brault made his major league debut. That's something, or major league debut this season, and that's about the only thing to be excited about. 28, Texas Rangers. The Rangers are not good at all. They are horrible, but the farm system's good. 29, Baltimore Orioles. They just promoted Adley Rutschman to AAA ball with the Norfolk Tides. That's about the only thing to be excited about with this team. Yes, Mullins has been good, and Mancini and all those guys, but still, this Orioles team's not good. 30, Diamondbacks. Oh boy, are they terrible. And I hate to rush through the last 5 like that, but they're terrible. Like, what do you want me to talk about with this team? They're bad. So yeah. So if you're one of those teams in the bottom 5, we're gonna have a updated 2021 MLB Farm System rankings post trade deadline coming out next Monday. So yeah, that's gonna be the end of this video. If you enjoyed it, make sure you leave a like, subscribe, and turn notifications because, like I said, 92% of you that watch these videos are not subscribed. So go ahead and get your life together and hit that subscribe button, turn notifications, and leave a like. Thank you for watching, and peace.